How you doing, sir?
What's up, Mr. Pipes?
How you doing? What's up with you, Mr. Fantastic?
I can't complain, man. I've seen some of your work, brother, and hey, I'll just say that.
A lot of threats to his children. Yes, sexual things that I said.
This nigga gets to go on the net. He's a part of the House of Consciousness, nigga.
Shit, y'all got it. What's going on?
Nothing much. What you got?
Ain't nothing much. What's up, Mr. Pipes? How you doing, sir?
Is this your new House of
How you
Consciousness,
doing?
nigga?
What's up with you, Mr. Fantastic?
A lot of threats to
I
his
can't
children.
complain, man.
Yes,
I've
sexual
seen some
things
of
that I
your work,
said.
brother, and hey, I'll just say that. I grew up.
This your new House of Consciousness?
A young fella, but
yeah. Hey, man. The black man sitting right here in front of what 10 acres looks like, but 40 acres was the compromise, and the real bill was goddamn you 160 acres.
Fuck your apologies.
I'm a consequentialist. I want to see what the end game looks like. Well, why continue to chain black people growth to reparations? Because if we don't get it, our children should keep fighting. And if they don't get it, their children should keep fighting. But at no point should we ever surrender the fact that they did us wrong.
I want y'all to not do the debate thing because of fuck shit that I got into.
The judge asked her, well, were you afraid of him?
So, and he was hurting. He was
depressed. You
can tell he was depressed for good reason. But yeah, he was depressed.
At no point should I ever stop what I'm doing in my neighborhood if somebody killed my uncle.
There's some Jordans that just came
and I just turn around and forgive the next generation while my uncle laying in the ground.
A lot of threats to his children.
Fuck you and fuck that weak ass shit.
Yes, sexual things that I said.
Take your weak ass over there where people like weak shit.
This motherfucker recorded you on an iPhone 15.
And first you say,
there's some Jordans that just came out.
Damn, I don't even want to sit here and address that nigga no more. His shit bet not be on my screen no more.
How are you apologetic when you know this shit is out there and you still call niggas back and say, yo, guess what I'm doing? Yeah. I'm doing the debate league again. Come on back, Taz, A9, Domo, Blue.
Motherfuckers. First, a prerequisite agenda item that has to be inserted into that voting block, a reparations bill in the first place. A bill that gets inserted there in the first place. Booker, who used to invite me to the dinners for the motherfucking campaign, is the same person who co-authored this bill.
Yeah, holla at Nepal, man. I didn't send those pics out, bro. And she got to be honest because that's not a good accusation to be thrown on people. Yeah, holla at Nepal, man. I didn't send those pics out, bro. And she got to be honest because that's not a good accusation to be thrown on people. It was brought up that something that occurred 17 years ago. My record was brought up that something that occurred 17 years ago. My record was brought up that something that occurred 17 years ago. I'm actually.
He's talking about me. I called this nigga and I said, yo, stop talking about us because I got your record, nigga. I got your jacket, nigga.
They inserted their gods in the book, their identity. So if you are interpreting Bible prophecy and you are not aware that Israel was inserted in the scriptures, you're going to get mixed up. I want to take you in.
A person had to be there when my niece and nephew there. I don't know exactly why they had that there.
And I'm going to play it. I got it. And so I told them that, and that's what I did. See, I called him before I did it to warn him, to let him know I'm getting ready to go in on you, nigga, because I see you.
You know, if I was to visit my nieces and nephews, that had to be somebody there. That was just one of the stipulations for the sex crime, you know. So
you the pedo, nigga. You the pedo, nigga. You the pedo, nigga.
Dagger.
My record was brought up that something that occurred 17 years ago. My record was brought up that something that occurred 17 years ago. My record was brought up that something that occurred 17 years ago.
Enabler. He protected Solimar. But Solimar was on his platform, and all of them was on there, and they all covered for him. And so this is Swab Boss' response after Solar finished.
That we can get off this distraction and back on Polite's ass. Because they're definitely.
See, that's all they cared about. We got to get off this distraction. What?
I'm actually get to what was said by both parties, because according to what is being said and the rumors that is being spread around me, being spread about me on social media is that I expose myself to a minor, that pull my penis out to a minor.
See that?
Okay, and then the lecturers that were black were getting paid. The promoter, which is Sinetta, was black, was getting paid, and we were demonstrating something in the community.
But polite right now, they don't care about none of that. That's what the people is going to say. We don't care about none of that. Hey, I'm sorry to cut you off, polite, but I got to go, y'all. Yo, I got to be out. I got to be out, family. You already know. All you got to do is click on my channel right now. Peace, brother Polite. I appreciate you coming in. I will see you on the 8th.
That did happen, bro. That was years ago. I'm back. So, yeah, but yeah. Holla at Nepal, man. I didn't send those pics out, bro. And she got to be honest, because that's not a good accusation to be thrown on people.
It's crazy because I think it ended up coming out that the person that he's sitting on the panel with today talking shit is the person who actually put those pictures out.
Excuse me. But black people deserve access to that capital, is what Brother Moses will talk about. Black participation in global markets, domestic, yes, but it's contingent upon our victory. You are a buyer and a seller. So homie, stick with me. I'll slaughter this topic ridiculously, meticulously. Banks want to see your shipments increased. Every deposit and transaction to be accounted for as a black.
That shit makes sense. I remember when Polite went through all that dumb shit, when Polite went through his fuck shit. And this is, I keep it stacked. People was trying to call Sinetta a motherfucking pedophile because Polite got caught up with pedophilia. And y'all go back to all the old footage, all this shit, everything, this, that, and third. Y'all motherfuckers never once heard me call Sinetta or anybody else associated with Polite a motherfucking pedophile because he was motherfucking one.
Just because one of the dudes you affiliated with, close with, work with, do business with, call a friend, gets found out to be a pervert, that don't make you a pervert. No. Sinetta was not a accused of being. I never accused Sinetta of being a pedophile because he was cool with Polite. I told him he was a pedophile apologist, empathizer.
He was a first-time offender. They're going to say this was too egregious.
But it's I don't think they're going to give him all that, though.
All right. I know how the court works.
These ain't the serious charges.
And I can tell you for a fact that he investigated everything to the farthest extent that he could. And again, there was a lot of smoke, but there wasn't exact fire and whatnot, right? It was a lot of murky shit going on and whatnot, right? And so with both situations that arose in the 3 years ago, you know what I'm saying?
And I accused him of being a pedophile because on Inky panel, the one brother, I believe his name is Bobby, accused him of being a pedophile.
Tell your wife stop lying on me. I didn't put her nudes out. And that's just a call, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas wild out here, fam. So
3 years ago, I told them niggas that me and Nepal told these whole ass niggas that the nigga pulled his penis out to a minor. All of them niggas covered for him. So when they talk this shit about you knew about Polite, you knew this. But look at these niggas. They all knew. How did they know? Because I came live and I told them niggas. And now Soleimani is about to tell his niggas. He's about to tell them niggas what he did. And they still covered for him. Now they up here crying and they mad at Sinetta. Nigga, keep it on Soleimani, bitch. Keep it on this nigga. Don't try to deflect nobody about no Polite. Polite motherfucking ass is in jail. He doing time, nigga, for his crimes, for what he have done.
Like I say, wrong person with me, bruh, because I don't give a fuck like that. Like, it's only gonna get worse from here. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, like, some of this is completely disrespectful to put my name in anything, right? So keep in mind.
Don't try to flip this shit about no Polite. It's about Soleimani tonight. It's about Soleimani yesterday. But you niggas always trying to diffuse and deflect because you mad that we got another pedophile off the street, nigga.
Some people on this platform have been exposed in the worst ways, right? I'm talking about court cases in the whole nine. And again, because Sarnetta falls out with the person, it don't change nothing, fam. Like a lot of times people think that there's some type of a benefit in just making up shit. I mean, the shit is right here, fam. Like it's all on the internet. We saw it. The same way we saw, what's this nigga name? Nature Boy. The same way we saw Nature Boy on your platform. None of this has changed.
And you mad now. Instead of being happy, because you niggas don't care about the kids. You don't care about the youth. All you want to do is debate. That's all you want. Let's go.
Yeah, is that I expose myself to a minor, that pull my penis out to a minor, and all different types of stuff that was said about me. So
see that? Everything he said, I said that about him. That he pulled his penis out in front of a minor. That he was doing this, jacking off and all of that. And all these niggas defended him. So they all knew. They all fucking knew.
I really like to hide.
See, the nigga really like to hide. He like to hide all the shit. And he made a mistake and said that.
Said about me. So I really like to hide. I made a lot of threats to his children.
He made a lot of threats to a 14-year-old and a 12-year-old. To children. Guess what the threats was? If you don't come here, I'm getting ready to rape your daughter, grape your daughter. If you don't come home now, because he was looking for the father, but the father wasn't there. Why are you in these little kids' houses, nigga, when the parents is not even there? Huh?
And so
he was convicted for this. He was convicted for this, and he went to jail for this.
He didn't go to. He caught the plea on the first pleas, but it was on some.
He pleaded guilty,
but it was on some goon like street justice type. His brother got stabbed, and it turned into some other stuff. I'm not giving it a pass.
Hold on. Did he get convicted for this? This a charge?
I just said he copped a plea, but what he did was cop the plea. He copped a plea to violence, right?
Okay.
And so then, in that violence, there was also.
Indecent exposure in front of a minor.
No, it was contributing to delinquency.
That's a different situation.
It's a contributing to delinquency of a minor. But the exposure, but the thing that he did, the other thing didn't have nothing to do with a minor. It was just him being freaky in a library.
Right.
So
in a library, this nigga sound like P. Diddy. You freaky in a library, nigga, you damn.
But hold on.
We started on this motherfucker tonight.
Nah, cause niggas with real, cause I'm probably me, Chris. Who else? Only a few Madonna. No, not Madonna. Only a few niggas use their real name and shit. So niggas gonna look you up, man. I don't got shit on my shit. My shit just about to be from this OWI. And as soon as I turn myself in, that's when I'm gonna do the time.
When did niggas turn to the YouTube detectives, man? I've never seen so many YouTube detectives. Some of these niggas so surgical with it, they need to fucking apply for the police force.
Here's the point, though. Here's the point, and I want to make this clear to Brother Locke. I stood as hard as I could, Paul. I stood up. You know what I'm saying? We just didn't have enough facts to make certain judgments. Now, when it came to this, the side, I want you to know, the only reason I wasn't on your panel is because my grandchild was being born. So I had no idea what was going on. Once I got the call and I did the due diligence, it was up, and I disavowed everything I've written. So wasn't nobody hiding, wasn't nobody running. I had no idea what was going on.
Yeah, I remember when they tried to say Sai had AIDS, but he had been came through like 2-3 years later and said that he had lupus. You know what I'm saying? Like when they say, "Oh, he got an auto," homie got
You
lupus.
know what? Let me say this real quick.
Let me ask you a
Hold on,
question.
y'all.
Now, everything. So how much detective work a lot of these niggas out here doing? They wasting their goddamn time. Make some real money doing all this detective work. Go join the goddamn force and solve some of these unsolved mysteries. You YouTube ass detective ass niggas. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to y'all.
What will happen in the end? Because it had been declared right up at the beginning. Remember the teachings. There is no Israel in the Bantu scrolls. It was inserted after the Bantu scrolls was stolen and became Dead Sea Scrolls, and inserted there in place of the name of our father, the black man, Akobi, son of Issachar, son of Abraham, son of Arphaxad, son of Shem, son of Noah, son of Adam, son of Sunini Nanini. That's the lineage of the Bantu.
This nigga's dead. All of them niggas over there, Blue, Telmo, all of them, they covered for him. Chris Harris covered for him.
And I was grinding on her. This is what she said. She said that
I was saying, yo, I don't give a fuck what this nigga did with his dick. I wasn't talking about little girls. Because Taz, that nigga, I never even met the nigga, never even spoke to him. And when I first did, the nigga was like, yeah, motherfucker, this, that. And that's not flipped on him. Like, nigga, I don't know you, motherfucker.
And matter of fact, let me get the actual report. So, so she said she came back in the house and then she locked the door. She said that she would then call the police and eventually they would find me on the steps and I would be arrested. You know, so those were the two sides of the story. This would actually go to trial.
Hold on, the part. I want him to talk right quick. We got E-Man in the building. Brother Lot, E-Man, turn on your camera, please.
Alleviate all that stuff out of the equation.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
I don't give a fuck
first and
what
foremost,
this
the
nigga
most
did
important
with
thing
his
right now
dick. I wasn't talking
is
about
children,
girls,
and women. I've been emphasizing this from the beginning.
Yes, you have.
That a woman or any child is jeopardized and put into harm's way, it's your obligation as a man to crash out.
Messing with a girl named Nikki, who were underage at the time, and Sarnetta admitted to knowing this Nikki and saying, I'm gonna bring her online and prove that I didn't mess with her when we was underage and when she was underage, and that never happened. So yes, the investigation on Sarnetta is still open about the girl Nikki.
Shut your sonnet ass up, nigga. You are fucking panel
Shout out to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing. I ain't mad at you. But you know, hey.
Yeah, Corey, be careful, bro, because your license, when you got a nursing license, bro, the motherfuckers be randomly checking. And that shit connected, nigga. The job found out they motherfucking fired me, nigga. I'm like, just give me a let me pay another check, nigga. First, let me get a couple of checks so I can pay these motherfuckers off right quick. They wasn't going for that shit, bro.
A person had to be there when my niece and nephew there. I don't know exactly why they had that there. You know, if I was to visit my nieces and nephews, that had to be somebody there. That was just one of the stipulations for the sex crime, you know. So
You the pedo, nigga. You the pedo, nigga. You the pedo, nigga.
That this man sat on a panel with his camera on the stage with Inky, who has a whole public image. He's a doctor. He sells motherfucking health stuff. So he's willing to put his face on that shit. Inky. Saying, yo, listen to this, y'all. And this man sit up there and say, nah, Sarnetta used to mess with this girl named Nikki when she was underage. And then Sonetta go on there and say, I'm gonna bring Nikki on. And it never happened. Yeah, that investigation's still open. That's why anybody with logic would say, but you can't just say Sonetta a pedophile because Polite turned out to be one. No. His own actions, the own conversations lead him that way. So cool.
Yeah. Now, the reason why I was fake salty, man. Listen, you don't joke about no shit like when a nigga gotta go sit down. That ain't no laughing matter, bro.
We got y'all back though. We got y'all back though. We got y'all back though. We got y'all back. So, Blue is here. Yahukanon here. A9 here. And I'm here. Anybody would like to start it off? We got y'all back. So,
well, you know the consequences of your action, right? You know, if they tell you to pay some shit,
man. Hey, bro,
nigga,
you cannot, man. That shit right there, it let me know you don't hang around real niggas, bro.
accusing people of doing something that they ain't done nothing is not protecting children. It's not. We cannot be like emotionally, to the point where we're childlike. Be mature, get the facts, break it down, and walk in truth. Don't just agree with people because it's a larger crowd.
Let Psycho tell how disappointed Soda sounded.
He apologized to me, and he said he felt like he let me and all the debaters down. He felt like he let the league down, and he was like, I really hope y'all keep it going.
How?
We are like connected through this, the debate league, the platform. There is a genuine concern here. There was an emotional roller coaster, and we were experienced and mature enough to handle it in a satisfactory way. Solar has earned more respect from me. Solar has earned more respect from me. Solar has earned more respect from me.
That's how much these bitch ass niggas hate me.
And then he doesn't see the fact that the bill was already on the table. We needed him to not be a dumb fuck and get in the public ear and say niggas won't do anything with it. While you see a black man sitting right here in front of what 10 acres looks like. But 40 acres was the compromise, and the real bill was goddamn you 160 acres. Man, I can't stand them niggas. This shit goes right over their head, and then they never come back and say, damn, you know what? I was wrong. You know what? Damn, I was wrong. You know why they won't say that shit? August 26, 2021. Nigga, this shit was 2 weeks ago. 2 fucking weeks ago. But we spent all this time talking to these bitch ass niggas. It was 2 weeks ago when we needed to be pushing this agenda down black men's throats. Instead of talking to fucking Sonetta, he want to talk about rocks and Bible study every fucking night. Rocks and Bible study every night. This is why Sonetta would rather fuck with these motherfucking manosphere cats than to fuck with the black first media. Because they would get bodied.
Let's go.
Right? Never, not once. Not once did I put that jacket on anybody that I had no proof of. I have never called anybody on the internet a PDF file that I had no motherfucking evidence on. I would never do that. That's not how I get down. I don't need to lie on nobody. I don't need to slander nobody or none of that shit. Right? Like, I got on Polite when evidence came out about him being a motherfucking PDF file. That's when Psycho said something about Polite.
Bad.
Yeah.
The mere fact that this happened already from the past and wasn't checked by no man or nobody amongst them, I have to question it. Anybody that's around that man from this date, from then till now, has to be questioned. Any man with any koof or any kind of substance of respect or aptitude in any kind of fashion, form, or fashion would have checked that man right off the rip when an inkling of something like that happened. Wallahi for speaking this way.
You're right though, brother.
So did you know the girl was just a random girl? I guess, I don't know. What do you say once a motherfucker, once you get on the phone with a motherfucker, they like, hey man, yeah, that was me rubbing myself on the chain. Like, what else do you say at that point? I guess.
This is the thing that made me leave him alone, y'all. He started sharing stories about him getting sex from women who were crying.
Are you okay?
When he said she was crying during it, that's when I stopped fucking with him emotionally, and I found him to be a
I know
creep.
that was you, fam. A motherfucker would have called me. You saw Taz. Taz said he didn't even answer the phone. Domo said he called him. And then it was a moment of silence. You know, Domo got the fuck out of there. I guess Domo didn't disclose any more conversation. He only said that. So.
When he said she was crying during it, that's when I stopped fucking with him emotionally, and I found him to be a creep.
Yeah, man, did you see the video? Yeah, I saw the video. You a sick motherfucker, fam. I don't want nothing to do with you or your debate league. I'ma holler at you. Not. Peace. Fuck off my phone. That's it. That's where my mind goes. Especially in the spur of the moment. But I even processing. Processing, the motherfucker was like, yo, sign the debate league over. Sign the channel over. Get the channel. That's it. That's it.
I agree. Been checked a long time ago. But this so-called unquote internet world, y'all allowed this shit to happen. And nobody didn't say nothing, not a peep.
For you guys, Wesley fights, I don't get no kick out of being him. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a normal ass motherfucker. You know, you're not getting no kick out of being him.
Okay. Well, Mr. Fantastic, welcome to the panel, brother. What's going on?
So y'all got what's going on?
Nothing much. What you got?
Ain't not much. What's up, Mr. Pipes? How you doing, sir? What's going on, man?
How you doing? What's up with you, Mr. Fantastic?
I can't complain, man. You know, I've seen some of your work, bro.
Do I need to say anything more? I told you I'm tired of these niggas. Oh, those guys over there don't play fair. They don't play fair. Bitch, I'm just getting started.
Much. What you got?
Ain't nothing much. What's up, Mr. Pipes? How you doing, sir? What's going on, man?
How you doing? What's up with you, Mr. Fantastic?
I can't complain, man. You know, I've seen some of your work, brother, and you know, hey, I'll just say that.
Hey, I'll just say that. What do you fucking mean? You see, I keep going to that channel every time. What did you do mean when he said this shit?
I can't complain, man. You know, I've seen some of your work, brother, and you know, hey, I'll just say that. I grew up,
yes, sir.
A young fella, but
yes.
Hey, man,
do you hear this, nigga?
Pete, not a peep.
Not a peep. What you mean? Nobody allowed nothing. What the hell?
Who didn't say what about what now?
Hella people said stuff.
What I'm saying to you, brothers and sisters, is this: once it was a smidgen or inkling about a man having something to do with a child in an unruly fashion, such as touching a child, his manhood coming out in any capacity, rubbing against anything, somebody should have checked that man.
That's it. If I was on my P's and Q's, if I was on my toes, but reacting irrationally, emotionally in a situation, nah, nigga.
Solar Mind, let's do it first then. Solar Mind's admission has nothing to do with me. So when you have the conversation with me, I was thinking about why are y'all not having a conversation about Ramil, since this was the person on the channel talking about Ramil, and Ramil was the person who not only threatened the child was used and exploited sexually.
So let me say this. He sounded very disappointed. And
we got email in the building.
Before I even really
Brother Lot, email. Turn on your camera, please.
I'm processing all this.
Alleviate all that stuff out of the equation.
I have some receipts where Solar Mind is admitting that he was inappropriate with children. I don't have those receipts.
I just wanted to let you know
but
that,
as you see on the receipts that I'm showing here, now I'm pulled in
the whole
to somebody's
SBDL
delusion.
thing,
Plot twist 4. The question is
now dead.
What the fuck are these people even talking about?
Well, I tried to
reiterate. Once again. I'm going to reiterate once again, and this is what I've been saying from the beginning. Sonetta can vouch for this and everybody else. women and children off limits.
Yeah, that's true.
But rather they than don't want us there because have they anyone would address get that, bodied. they just said, "Oh, I ain't." They know if they dick put riding us, me. like, "Fuck your elder. How But much no of one what your answered the elder put question. on the table have you Which is actually why it executed?" went from 500 to They would 1,000 fucking people hate us. How why there often was do a you see merger the of Iceman those inheritance come women across who these actually niggas' desks support where that they're talking message? about the prehistoric sources of Western man's racism, sexism, and aggression? You know why All that the matters? dramatic Because ironies that's what is we that still even face while this today. was How running, are they at implementing the Sinful solutions Pete, in that who book?
only later came out and discussed.
Can't stand these
again,
niggas, man. I cannot stand these niggas.
This that they're talking
I can't
about.
stand them. I've done way too much research for these niggas to. They can't debate with me, and they're not on my level, so I don't even like talking to them, nigga.
No, I wasn't arguing with
Because
nobody
obviously,
about
once that
politics.
energy
You
or
ain't
that
really
feminine
shit.
or that dark
I was
feminine or
saying,
whatever
yo,
you
I
call
don't
it,
give a
universal
fuck
energy,
what
God
this
power,
nigga did
however you
with his
label it,
dick. I wasn't
spirits,
talking about
soul,
little
karma,
girls. Cause
dharma.
Taz, that
You
nigga, I
believe
never
whether
even
it's
met a nigga,
originated from
never even spoke
Indians
to
or
him. And when I
Kemetic
first
science
did,
or
the nigga was like, yeah,
Orishas,
motherfucker,
or you
this,
call it
that,
white
that.
Jesus,
And that's when I flipped on him like,
or
nigga,
your
I don't know
grandmother
you,
sent you. You call
motherfucker.
it your maternal
Bro.
instinct. That was
Well,
what
she's
was
there
being
with him.
challenged the
She don't
entire
even know.
time
She never spoke to me or none
during
of
the
that.
stream.
Well, you was banging on, but because I think didn't you bring her up when you was going in on Taz, bro?
No,
You were saying
brother,
something about his wife, brother. You said fuck his
no,
fuck your
Taz
wife.
banged on me first, brother.
I'm just saying that's why she going at you though, because you brought
The
her
trifecta was
into
supposed
it.
to have
You
been the
said you
black
gotta fuck
woman's
your wife.
fear, but instead of accepting her
Right.
role to fight against
See
that,
what I'm saying?
she
And
wants to
again,
be
this
reconciliatory.
is just a phone call that took
I
place,
don't know what trauma she
and
may have
you know what
experienced,
I'm saying, they
although
was
there
being
are
messy or
those
whatever,
social media
and that soul
speculations
sent me
and
this
rumors.
back then.
But whatever
You know
this
what I'm saying?
woman
Because
has
niggas was being messy.
experienced must be pretty
I don't give a
deep.
fuck
If
about
she
that.
can find in
I was
her
questioning
compassion,
why
her
a
compass,
grown ass
because
man
I
would be
know
sitting
that
around
natural
talking
woman
about me
energy is something
instead
fierce.
of dealing
But
with
if
whatever
she's saying it's
issues he
time to
got.
come together, then
Like,
okay.
nigga, I
But the
called you
world is
out
saying
for your
something different.
association with
I don't
Polite
think
in
you're
the first
backing up and
motherfucking place.
rewinding from the
The heavy
levels
promotion
of
of it,
energy that have been
right?
released.
That was
Not
it
at
though.
this point.
You know what
Their
I'm saying? Like
queen
it, like
died, you
it
UK
became more than
motherfucker.
that
Your white
because you
queen
start
is
talking
dead.
that crazy shit.
And she
You
did
brought my
not
wife
sign
into
our
it. You know
reparations.
what I'm saying?
So fuck
Again,
you if you have a
I don't
problem with that.
understand why. Like I say, we're talking
Too
about people
soon?
who, for
Because when
some
Kevin
reason,
Samuels died, the black man
they're
died. It wasn't
thinking
too
that they
soon to
can
tell
get
him
away
that he
from
was
these
pushing
points.
rapey language,
The
just
facts
like it wasn't
themselves.
too soon for her to tell her
You
white men to
brought in
stand down and
different
stop
niggas
raping.
that was messing with
But today the
children
conversation
or
is about the black
accused of
conservatives
it,
and how they
or
view
like Solar
violence in
Mind
Chicago.
got caught doing some weird ass shit.
And today the
You on the
conversation is
wrong
also
channel.
about black women
I want to get
who
started.
would go to the courthouse and demand
Chris Harris think I need
that
him over here like I want him over here.
be brought
Nigga,
to justice
stay yo raggedy behind over there on the
for what she
pedophile
did to
league
that
channel,
child.
nigga.
Oh, if
That's
you don't
why
know
you're
it, then you
mad.
just got to follow the stories. But I'm just
You
telling you,
see?
the universal
Because I
energy was
blew the
bigger than
spot up.
me. I didn't
Right
even
here. The
have
link is in the
content for
chat,
the
Cedric.
plot twist.
The link is in the
And in
chat.
fact, I
Hit
thought
that
plot
link.
twist 3 was
Come
going to be
on
about the
over.
introduction, so I could go on and get
The
that shit
link
out.
is
What
in
they
the
do
chat.
to you, nigga.
When
They
the
had you
nigga
looking a little
came in
worried,
front of
like
all
people
of
were really
y'all
calling me like, Moses,
and
are you
said what
okay?
he said, that's the point
They
that I'm
had you a
going
little
by.
shook. What's going on?
He wouldn't have been able to
And
get that
so
past me.
build up to, oh, this
If I
is
would have been in that chat
who
when he
gonna
said,
check me, boo
I said
energy.
some sexual things to her, to a 40, I would have stopped. What is
No,
the
that's
thing?
not what he said. He said he made. That is no. He did not say.
And then
he
opened
said
up a
sexual
platform
things,
talking
he
about
made,
dating.
He made threats to the father.
And
No,
bringing in dating strategy coaching and life coaching.
To the little girl.
No, he said
bad thing.
Because even when that man,
to the little
O'Shea, found
girl.
out
what he said.
that
And
they
her
didn't
brother,
want
and her
women, they
brother.
wanted girls,
He did say that.
he was
He
like,
said
fuck it,
that.
man, I might as well stay in there.
Things to the little girl.
He said
and her
that.
and her brother.
Listen.
Then she locked the door. She said that she would then call the police, and eventually they would find me on the steps.
Let's continue.
And I would be arrested. You know, so those were the two sides of the story. This would actually go to trial. In the preliminary hearing, they began to so I want to say this. This is where all the charges come from. So the charges of indecent assault, the indecent assault charge would be me allegedly grinding on her, as what she said in the statement. And you know, the grabbing of the buttocks would be the corruption of the minor, and
So the false imprisonment will be, well, I really don't know what exactly the implications, because she said she ran out the house. So those would be the charges. In the preliminary hearing, she was questioned by the judge. And as she began to state her case, as what was stated in this document, the judge began to ask her question.
How come no one asked him, what do you mean she called the police? Why is she calling the police? What are you saying to this little girl? See, nobody's asking them that real shit. What do you mean she calling? Is she calling the police in fear that you might grape her? That you might do something to her? Why? Nobody asking them that. They all heard him. Now, see, number one, the lawyer that she had, she didn't have a good lawyer. Because number one, the lawyer would have said, no, I don't even want her to be on no stand. I don't want this 14-year-old girl to get up on the stand. She's young. Anybody can mix her up, can confuse her. You see?
But you sitting around chit-chatting with niggas about other niggas with solar mind as you try to project your relationship with him onto me.
When he said she was crying during it, that's when I stopped fucking with him emotionally, and I found him to be a creep.
This nigga is married. He ain't married, but
Who, if you line them up next to a nigga with a nose like the one you see on your screen,
did you know that?
they would say, look, man, I don't even
No,
know
I
if they
didn't
have
know
the
that.
same like DNA origin geographically
First wife's ass. I got all that shit.
on the
All of
globe,
that.
let alone
I got all
were they
that, bro.
born from the same
That's why he
father.
flagged real G's.
And so they said,
Real
well, that's
G's
not the
going up.
argument.
And he
The argument
flagged
from an
real
angry
G's
quack
quick as a
perspective
motherfucker.
was
Now,
that
here's
you
a
are
nigga
what
that's
your
banging on
father
everybody,
is
banging on me, banging on
until
everybody.
you
But
start
when the
dealing
nigga
with
hit
the
him,
real
he can't
conversation
take it.
about
He
DNA
gave real
and
G's a strike and took his channel
yeah,
down.
it hurts.
Mm,
It does hurt.
Yeah, it's crazy. Y'all niggas,
That's
bro.
why I say I'm gonna fall back off these niggas. But I got that nigga whole fucking rap sheet. His fucking first wife is bigger than a fucking house.
They're having a conversation from the lens of, oh, the black woman wanted it, and we're the ones pushing back and saying rape is rape.
Yeah, I
But you
checked
put
out
me
that
on
John. I
the
think it was
platform
Minister
like,
Inky was on that John the other day.
That's why I get 15. That's why I get banned, and that's the same reason that I had to do.
Yeah. He was going in,
because
bro.
that's what they did to
Making threats to the father about what he's gonna do.
He wouldn't have been able to get that past me. If I would have been in that chat when he said, I said some sexual things to her, to a 14, I would have stopped. What is
No,
the
that's
thing?
not what he said. He said he made.
This is
no,
what
he
we
did not say he
find.
said sexual things to her. He made threats to the father.
Anonymous Hebrew.
It's not my problem.
When we brought out the video
I live
3
on
years
this side
ago,
of the Mississippi.
and we exposed this
To
sucker,
me,
and we
this is
showed
a
his
Harlem
paperwork.
problem.
And then he gets up there and through a 2 hour and something, 3 hour, confession. Everybody knew, nobody did nothing. So when y'all say, no, we did do something, no, you didn't do nothing, man. Because everybody went back over there and made him feel comfortable. And so he did it again. And can you imagine how many young women he done did that to? He just got caught this time.
Between
Hey,
the
man,
house of
Do you hear this,
consciousness and a red
This is a
pill
fucking root
mentality
drill.
that's
Well,
always existed, even back when Helen of Troy didn't.
This is the
And they put
motherfucking loop
a
drill
light
of value
skin
five,
on a
nigga.
pedestal
Well,
and said in
I
order
grew
to
up a young
create more
fella.
light
It
skins
hurts
to
when a nigga
a
that
need
was
to
like
taste the
polygamous
black,
fan
oh,
a porn
curse
man
that
showed
head.
your
You would
family.
rather go all
They ain't got to
the way
worry
back in
about
time
that, you know what
to,
I'm saying?
to the
That shit
Hellenistic
don't really
period, Cleopatra,
turn me on,
and
you know.
Troy. Black side
You see what I'm
would be
talking about?
bad.
He could have been in the park. He could have been anywhere doing this. But nobody came out and condemned him. I'm not blaming you for that, Anon, because y'all say y'all blame me for not coming out. Oh, sorry, you knew about polite. And
I never did that.
It's like I gotta log off.
Why is he
I can't really, be
Polite
around.
charged in Miami last night for a horrible act. After I show you on the screen, like, all right, I'm gonna get y'all there.
because the same people who want you to believe that black is wrong are the same ones
The
who actually legitimately look at it,
I'm not
certified,
saying you,
recognized,
Anonymous.
way
I
back
never heard
before
you
all
speak
this mattered.
ill of me. So
And
let
most
me say
people
that
just get it
first.
wrong.
I never heard you come out and bang on me and go against that. But people know, Cube know, a lot of people know that
Show
they
you the
came
real
out
truth
on me. And they
that
said,
most
Sarnetta,
people
you
get
knew this
wrong.
all the time. Well,
I'll
now,
show you the real
here's my
people who
get back.
actually
All of
recognied
y'all
and
knew.
put their hands
And
up.
I'm going to show it
And
right
that
here.
list
Check this out.
included a Dr.
Years ago,
Malachi York.
my record was brought up that
He came on y'all platform and told his story.
Well, for Solar's credit, he came right out and said it.
Listen.
something that occurred 17 years ago, and all different types of stuff that was said about me. So I really like to hide. I mean, a lot of threats to his children. Yes, it was sexual things that I said.
See right there. You are in the building, Anonymous Hebrew. You are in the building. You're one of the brothers in the building, and I'm not blaming you at all. But you hear what he's saying. He said he made a lot of threats to a 14-year-old girl and to a 12-year-old boy, and he said they were sexual.
Made a lot of threats to his children. Yes, it was sexual things that I said. Yes, it was sexual things that I said. Yes, it was sexual things that I said. I said some nasty things. Yes.
You hear him? He's saying these things to y'all. And it's like, y'all don't want to, y'all. He said, yes, it was some nasty things. How come nobody asked him, what were some of the things you said to the child? He probably was saying, yeah, I'm going to get ready to do this to you. I'm going to do that to you. I'm going to do. He said they were sexual and they were nasty. All of y'all heard that. A lot of it was sexual
things that I said.
Y'all heard that. Now,
yes,
Brother Live, when you
sexual
hear
things
that,
I said,
automatically
I said some nasty
it
things.
goes up and like, the first thing I would have said, like, hold up, hold the fuck up. What do you mean sexual things you were saying to a young girl?
To some
What are
children.
you talking about? Let's continue. Hold on.
His daughter says that what actually happened. I came into the house. She was doing the dishes. She said that I grabbed her buttocks.
His daughter, his 14-year-old daughter, is just going to make up something like that. He grabbed her buttocks and it just went over everybody's head and they let that go. See? Now let's continue.
And I was grinding on her.
And I was grinding on her. He said, and this is a 14-year-old. So since when we dismiss, brother, I need you to be quiet, King Seth.
Is this his daughter?
No, it's not his daughter. He went to somebody's house. And the dude that he was looking for was not there. So nigga, you could have turned around and not even go in the house. Automatically you turn around as a man. So he said he was grinding on her. Since when we don't listen to a 14-year-old now? People were saying that the girl was lying, that this 14-year-old was lying. I'm like, what?
I really like to hide. I made a lot of threats to his children. Made a lot of threats to his children. Yes, it was sexual things that I said. And I was grinding on her. This is what she said. She said that she ran out the house. She said that I ran after her. And then she said that she turned around. And matter of fact, let me get the actual report.
Issue becomes 3 years ago, had came up against him. I was not in Solar Vision at the time, but a lot of the debaters, they took up for Solar.
You hear that?
A lot of the debaters.
You hear that? Domo, you was Domo, Chris is snitching on you, bro. He said all the debaters, a lot of debaters, y'all took up for Solar. He's basically saying y'all covered for him. Y'all swept that shit under the rug. I'm not saying that. That's your boy saying that. Hold on. Hold on.
The debaters, they took up for Solar. One senator originally did a expose on this gentleman.
What's the incentive of trying?
All right, go ahead. Domo, you got the floor, brother. He said y'all all knew and took up for him. Let's keep it a buck. Domo, you there? Domo, you there? It's on you, brother. All right, Domo got to gather his thoughts.
Yeah, no, he was going in, but he was doing a lot of lies. And your ass, if you had me laughing, lying like a motherfucker when you was on that show, talking about I called you.
That's facts,
for
bro. That's
He
facts.
said I called you for the Dr. Ray Hagen
Yeah.
and Dr. Wesley.
No. I said you called me trying to set up a debate with Ashar Kwesi and Wesley Muhammad. That was after the Ray Hagen shuffle, because I
don't know nothing about no Ashwar Kwesi or none of that. I just know there's a history of Solar Mine and Sonetter that doesn't even really equate to me, fam. Like what is this sitting around chopping it up about niggas on some, like, what are we doing, fam? Like, come on, man, it's corny as hell, bitch ass. Stop trying to put that man on me, but that's your friend. Like, you know that nigga, you'd have met that nigga. You actually have been in the same place with that nigga. Cut it out.
I talked to Ashar Kwesi, and because I used to buy, you got to go directly to him to buy the DVDs, and me and him used to talk, and we was talking about the Ray Hagen shuffle, and he was like, yeah, I've done this and that. So when I called you, I said that to you. I said, yeah. As our Kwesi said, he would have did this and that. And you was like, oh, do you think you could set that up? Do you think that you could bring him on? Say that you so you got in contact with Wesley Muhammad, and you told me to say that I was a representative of Ashar Kwesi, bro. You said that, and then Wesley Muhammad, yeah, word, bro. I don't be lying about that type of shit, bro. Like so Wesley Muhammad called me and was like, yo, you're representative, and I was like, nah, but I did say, well, he did say, blah, 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 blah. And then Wesley Muhammad was like, well, I don't consider him to be a ghetto scholar, so I really don't want that smoke, pretty much. So that was that. That did happen, bro. That was years ago, back. So yeah, but yeah, holla at Nepal, man. I didn't send those pics out, bro. And she got to be honest, because that's not a good accusation to be thrown on people.
I want to address Hambone. I don't mean to interrupt you. He said she still willingly took those nasty pictures and sent them to. I'm a grown woman. Number one, I sent them to him. After he begged me for them, and I was very much thought I was in love with him. I had just lost my father, and I wasn't in a relationship for 6 years. After he begged me for them, and I was very much thought I was in love with him. Now that's my background. I could have just been having fun and done it. It'd be the same thing.
And then the judge started grilling her like she was fucking guilty or something. A 14-year-old? Listen.
About the statements that she made. I think that the story began to fall apart when the judge asked her, well, if he grabbed your buttocks, if he grinded on you and you were running out the house, how did you get back in the house? So she said that she turned around and went back in the house. So the judge said, well, did you go past him? Did you turn around and go past him? She said, yes, I turned around and went past him. Then she asked him, the judge asked her, well, were you afraid of him? And at first she said, yeah. And then he was like, well, why would you turn around and walk towards him if you were afraid of him? And then, we turned to a back and forth. It was interrogating. And it was like,
I don't even believe him. Don't even believe him no more at this point.
It was never the things that was being suggested by Nepal, you know, or Rob and Simetta.
If I send pictures privately to a man and he sends them to everybody, he sent them to Chris Harris, he sent them to Tarka Bay, he sent them to Quinath, he sent them to a lot of people, and that's a crime, Hambone. I didn't ask you to decide whether or not I'm a wilting flower, prude little sweet virgin. He doesn't have the right to send out my private pictures, Negro, you dumb ham bone.
They said that I pulled my penis out in front of a minor. You know, they said that
first she say,
you know, I pulled my penis out in front of a minor. They said I was exposing myself in front of minors.
So you had another incident. So you had the indecent exposure. So that's the one everybody said you run around showing your stuff to little kids, right?
Well, yeah, when you actually look at the case, it wasn't no kids involved in that situation.
What was involved with that situation?
That situation was me being in a public place.
He doesn't have the right. This is the problem. I don't want to move off of this because this is not just me. Even the brothers on the panel, all of us in this community need to see that men shouldn't get away with calling women whores, sending out their private naked pictures, attacking women, putting women against each other. Let me say that again. Putting women against each other. You don't get to do that anymore.
He's on the panel. He's letting y'all know that he's keep putting himself in situations like this. This is a pattern of a sick nigga. Now he's in the library pulling out his penis, and anybody could have walked through. I believe it was children that walked through, seen him, and ran to the goddamn security. And they got the security up on his ass. This is 3 years ago, y'all. Nobody can say they didn't know this because he's being interviewed by y'all now.
I'm tired of people acting like it's okay that if a woman sends private pictures, I'm not on OnlyFans. I don't do porn. If I send something private to somebody, he doesn't have the right to send it over the whole internet and then have the fucking audacity to say, I'm all over there sending it to a bunch of niggas. All these men on the panel know, they've talked to me, and my husband especially, before he was my husband. I don't send naked pictures out to men. I don't just ask a man, hey, you want to see some naked pictures? If sisters do that, they can do that. And they still don't need, let me say this. Even if a woman tells a man privately, you want some naked pictures? It's a crime for him to share them. Fool. It's fine. Guess what your boy, Nature Boy, is getting?
By Taz, he's in the building. He knew it. Taz the goat, the so-called goat. He knew it. Taz the kitten, the kitten. He knew it. Domo knew it. Blue knew it. Chris Harris knew it. They all know it.
To be frank, you know, and my penis out. Somebody was performing a sexual act on me.
In the library.
And, my penis out. Somebody was performing a sexual act on me. And, my penis out. Somebody was performing a sexual act on me. It was seen by an individual. They would call security. Security would come. I think it was almost simultaneously that, the individual was giving me fellatio. She kind of popped up at the same time. My dick is out. Security like, yo, come here. And I don't know if he was saying it to both of us or just me. And I was just like, yeah, it's all me. Like, it's all me. She had more to lose than I did. And so I sat on that.
So then why they wouldn't let you around kids?
Now, see, that's another flag right there, Anonymous. Why they wouldn't let you around kids. Once the judge put that in stipulation to say you are not to be around kids unless you have adults around somewhere, that right there is a red flag. But y'all let that go. Y'all let it go over your head. But if it was me, y'all would have been like, oh, hell no. Hell no, this nigga can't come around kids.
Right, because I was doing shit on YouTube because these niggas was weirdos, bro. Like, these niggas was weird. They was off. You know what I'm saying? And the only thing that was like, bro, but I took these niggas in the debate though, because I wanted to get back into researching. I wanted to, you know what I'm saying? It's easier, like it was easier to ask myself questions and then develop entire arguments around those, knowing that I had like an outlet where I could release this shit. So like, how does it sound? Like, is this a sound argument? Like, am I able to get this off? Like in my debate with Taz, like the whole purpose of that is like, how do I frame? Okay, cool. I didn't frame it in a way that won me a debate in this instance. So how do I make this argument better to where it's able to get across? So that's what I use the platform for. But I mean, I'm not gonna act like these niggas wasn't bona fide weirdos. Like you had some niggas that was regular, like you could tell these niggas is like some regular, like anonymous, right? Like just the conversation anonymous have, like he would never say no weird shit. You know what I'm saying? Like when the conversation got
about some real nigga shit.
But see, y'all want to lie on Sarnetta, but defend real pedophiles, right, Judah? Right, Judah? Say something, Judah.
Your Honor, on this case, we do have DNA showing that the defendant's sperm was on the victim's clothing.
Your Honor, may I ask why any of this is appropriate, considering no motion has been filed?
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't like being ambushed with all of this. This is
nor do I, Your Honor. This is entirely inappropriate.
People use that explanation and that excuse for rapes.
I have to say.
Hold up. It's almost over. I got a couple of more minutes. Maybe.
I sat on that.
My bad. I'm
Why
sorry.
they wouldn't let you around kids?
So then
why they wouldn't let you around kids?
Well, the stipulation was that it was a person had to be there when my niece and nephew there. I don't know exactly why they had that there. You know, if I was to visit my nieces and nephews, that it had to be somebody there.
Go ahead and say what. Go ahead and go down that path you was going to go down. Go ahead and say that shit.
Everybody that's on the Solimar Debate League today was in here 3 years ago.
You put rape culture on me?
If in fact the state was seeking a motion for pretrial detention, they should have done it. I mean,
Judge,
now as far as the stay-away order is concerned, I can certainly do that, but I just can't go ahead with allegations from the state without giving notice to the defense. I mean, certainly I would hear it, but I can't do this in a vacuum like this. So the only thing that I know that this was reset for, which was advised to me the last time, is that the stay-away order was not properly presented, and I'm ready and able to do that at this time.
I didn't put that on you. I said, how is it different to automatically assume a woman is a whore just because of what she has on?
Judge, you are the first appearance, Judge, regarding the information that was filed, Judge. He was charged with a total of 6 counts, Judge, and they're different. They're all different from the charges.
If he wants to hear that himself, maybe he's that close to Polite that he wants to give him the benefit of the doubt, and maybe he doesn't understand that Polite is lying to him. All right. Sometimes we're blinded by certain things. You know what I'm saying? Sarnetta is a ride or die dude for people who in Jamaica would say him check for. That's how he is. All right. But let's not put whatever Polite has done on Sarnetta.
And they all witnessed him doing this. And they ain't say a goddamn word. They just wanted to focus on Polite. All right. And then you're going to see. Let me go right here. Let me get the next one. Damn. Got it. Yeah. Now, I want to show y'all this. Another couple of minutes. 1 minute. Here we go. After Solar did all of that, watch what he say. Here's the cover up, y'all.
So that we can get off this distraction and back on Polite's ass. You know, that's what we can get to the matter at point. So that we can get off this distraction and back on Polite's ass.
They called this a distraction to get back on Polite. Like, it didn't matter what we said no more. Even what he said out of his own mouth, which is crazy. The whole Solar Debate League got this nigga back. See that? So all them niggas is guilty. We knew they was down with it, and they are pedophile enablers. See, they talk that shit about Sarnetta, which they make up all of this, but the real goddamn pedophiles is them niggas over there.
Like this is not, I don't know why nobody. I'm glad I told my daughter this. I'm glad I talked to my wife about this. I told my sister this too. This is not a game. This is the reality. If you're walking around looking like that, there's going to be an assumption that you're going tonight, right now.
My issue, Judge, is that there's no stay away order on the case yet. That's why Your Honor asked the defendant to be present. I also am very concerned that the defendant has been essentially terrorizing the victim. I mean, the victim's 14 years old.
Fuck that nigga. How many trillions upon trillions of dollars did they pump right back into the white community? They're trash. These motherfuckers that had failed so many times, they needed another $7 trillion. Now, if you know we only got 2% of that, then where do you think the rest of the fucking failure is coming from? Fuck boys.
The lecturers that were black were getting paid. The promoter with the Sinetta was black was getting paid, and we were demonstrating something in the community.
But polite right now, they don't care about none of that. That's what the people is going to say.
10 white people played the race card, and it took away $5 billion from our community this year. Let that shit sink in before they start coming over to me saying, well, what's plan B? Plan B is you get the same amount of money that you had last year, nigga. That's the plan B. Nigga, if you ain't pulling in over 100 by yourself, don't talk to me, nigga. Shut up. Especially if you come on over here hating, nigga. I donate more than you make, bitch. I be wanting to flex too. I don't know if it was like, you like my car? Nigga, I donate more than you make, you little bitch ass niggas. Can't stand these niggas.
Everybody else in Philly, everybody else around the country.
Okay, with that being the case, there was nobody that y'all could have called that was somewhere close. Or if it was that adamant, it was that sincere that y'all embrace his brother as being a brother to y'all, there was nobody that can pull up on him or see him face to face.
Can I interject, man? I only got a few minutes. Yeah, this is Elder Yara. Let me say this first of all, so that you know, you know I got love. I got love for you, sir, and I'm gonna say this. Both sides is correct, but let me say this though, on two separate issues, right? First of all, let me address Brother Lai because I see you still trying to press this. Brother Lai, I myself personally spoke with the girl's father. He said the girl told the story. She wasn't telling the truth. That's for me.
It ain't wild, dog. It ain't as wild as everybody think it is. Fuck that nigga. We move on. So.
Nah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, bro. I don't feel like. Cause I'm gonna be for real, bro. Like. That was the homie.
And disgusting. Now, I spoke with him about it, and he's apologized. He said, I want to apologize for it. I'll let y'all brothers down. But he said he's going to seek help. Solar Mind has said that. Here's the thing. It's disgusting as it was, or as it is. And the bigger issue becomes, I think it was 3 years ago, these allegations had came up against him. I was not in Solar Vision at the time, but a lot of the debaters, they took up for Solar.
Whoa! Drop the bomb on that!
This nigga snitching on y'all now. Now he's snitching on y'all. Look at that. Hold up. What you say, pussy?
And the bigger issue becomes, and everybody took up for him.
A few moments later.
You see how you created this false manufactured narrative that me, Domo, Taz, Anonymous, we knew that he was doing this? No, we didn't.
They would call security.
Yeah.
Security would come. I think it was almost simultaneously that, the individual was giving me fellatio. She kind of popped up at the same time.
Look like niggas using this shit to attack the motherfucker that they didn't like in the first place.
Yeah, so yeah, bro. I feel like, I mean, I really wouldn't in real life. I really, or not in real life. Like my traditional practice would be like to stay out of this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just how it goes. Cause look, even with Sarnetta, that nigga calling me all type of bitch ass niggas and talking about the way like we cutting for that nigga. But when Solar kicked me out the league, the nigga hit me up and invited me to his platform.
How they don't question all of this stuff right here? Like you pull your penis out in the library. Like you don't take the girl to a hotel, or you don't. God damn it! If you can't afford that,
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what is, bro? Like, come on, like that, like now all of a sudden.
I remember. I'm gonna tell on myself right now.
You know what I mean? Like I didn't even know it was static like that. When my name started getting tossed around, I'm like,
that's how these people do, man. That's how these people do, man.
I don't care. I'm gonna tell on myself.
These people is, yeah.
When I was about like 17, right? I'm in the street, I'm doing my thing, and you know, I got this little young cutie with me. I tell on myself, I wasn't going in no goddamn public place. I went up on a goddamn roof.
So if we saying it's not funny, it shouldn't have been funny then. But we could pull up videos where cats was laughing and jokes and all that stuff. So when the mud is thrown, everybody gotta take a bath. Now it's time to just take the bath. Don't flip. Like I said earlier on Sean's show, if you was just a debater, this don't hang on your head.
But that's not what Side saying though. Side he literally putting that on everybody instead of putting it. That's
I am damn right putting it on everybody.
Michael Eugene Note Jr., born August 10th, 1983.
All right, thank you, sir. All right, so you are currently charged under case F21 14438 with several counts involving a minor victim. And the minor victim is identified as T like Thomas, S like Sam. Do you know who that is?
Yes.
No drugs. So the mother noticed this. The victim and a severe swelling on the victim's mouth and lip area. Okay. The defendant, Noack, told, the mother not to call the police because if she did, it would ruin his career, which we've seen why he's trying to get out. It says here that against his wishes, the mother transported the victim to the hospital where she disclosed the sexual battery. And this says the victim, and it gives the initials, was transported to...
Sir, you are ordered that you can have no contact with TS. And when I say no contact, that means no direct contact or indirect contact. Indirect contact includes you cannot communicate with this individual via social media. You cannot call.
Need someone I need to satisfy every need, 'cause I don't see nothing wrong. Hey, nothing wrong. Little bit of bumping, nothing wrong. Right.
You like the fucking Three Stooges. He could eat a dick, bitch. They knew better. Huh? They fucking each other's man. Bitch, why you don't pose it that way? Fuck you, ho. Die. Somebody knew better. Fuck out of here. Some bitch with that pussy ain't got no brain? Is that it? I gotta take responsibility for their pussy? Is that it? Fuck you, ho. I gotta take responsibility for their pussy. Huh? You telling me? I gotta take responsibility for what Nicole does with her pussy and what her daughter does with her pussy. It's my
Wow.
Damn.
If out of here, all because
That's crazy.
Hold on. Sleep with a mother and a daughter, and you knew the daughter from she was 10 years old. There's also a clip, another clip.
I fuck other mother daughters. You don't see them saying no shit like this all over the internet. You don't see them fucking trying to destroy my name. Cause you know why? Cause they wasn't trying to be stars.
It's also
these bitches are still trying to be stars. That That's what y'all don't realize.
It's shocked to just say.
She's mad because I stopped putting her in my music videos. The few music videos I did do with her, I started taking them down. And then they saw me get married to somebody who the fuck.
He slept with other mothers and daughters.
Yes.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
Men do not listen to women when they say, hey, this happened to me, or children. I'm asking you, brothers, from this point forward, when a woman says, this dude is this way, he did this to me, please listen to her, no matter who she is. Listen, it could be a cuckoo bird like Sister Nandy.
And I just want, when you go out into the world, be a happy warrior. If you find yourself just in a dark place, then I'm not doing a good job on this podcast. I've done that before. Like, I feel like I took the red pill and then you take the black pill where you're kind of depressed when you realize how things are and you're wondering what's real. And then you kind of take the white pill, which is the Christ pill, and you realize it's all going to be okay. It is all going to be okay.
These niggas could tell me that don't do that, sir, because Nepal is a mother. She have children. So this nigga is disrespecting another woman and a mother. So how come I can't disrespect that faggot nigga mother? His mother is on the track. How come he ain't tell you that? Chris Harris, I challenge you to hit the link and tell me that I'm lying what I'm about to say right now, bitch. Tell me I'm lying, because you forgot what you told me in secret. Now I got to bring it out. You just said that all of y'all took up for him, that they all took up for him. Now he's telling y'all, oh, man, you see how you paint the narrative? No, nigga, you just painted the narrative. You told us. Listen.
Me, Domo, Chaz, Anonymous. We knew that he was doing this. No, we didn't.
A few moments later.
But a lot of the debaters, they took up for solar. You see, Sarnetta, how I just said, I'm going to move away and phase away from solar vision? See how easy that is for me? The problem with you is you checkmated him. Oh, no doubt about it. It was a checkmate. But you see how fast and long you went in on him? You see how you did an entire expose on him?
If you're against pedophile, you should be happy. Why are you mad? That's the question, y'all. Why are you mad that I went in on him and I don't give a damn if I go in for 3 hours, 2 hours? Why are you mad? Shouldn't you be happy, nigga? This niggas is crazy. Peace and blessings. What's happening?
Oh, hey, I was just typing. Hey, peace to you, Sonetta, and everybody in the chat. Yeah, I did show that video. It was done 3 years ago, but I started getting harassed out of the blue by that woman, which I'm not saying her name because you said it, because I refuse to go through the hell that I went through last year with her, leading the way with solar, both of them. I do want to move forward. But see, the reason yesterday when I said, let's just move forward, everybody gets a clean slate. But if people don't want to have a clean slate, then we got to do this kind of stuff. See, people are going and attacking Sonnetter about Solar Mind. I thought we could just move forward.
And just to let you know, he sounded hurt. He sounded very remorseful. He sounded very apologetic. Just to let you know. And yeah, no. Psycho. No. Psycho. The psycho in your name is capitalized. The psychopath in your name is capitalized. The atheist is, you sound more of an atheist now, like you don't believe this shit.
Suave Boss, you have the audacity to do multiple streams. You, as we see, you led that hound session.
Oh, you know the nigga did it. You talked to him a half an hour after the fucking stream. I don't know how many hours after that this stream started. But nigga, you should have come on this motherfucker a little bit more psycho.
You heard his record. You heard from his mouth that he did these things, or at least children accused him. And you chose to still be cool with him.
Sorry.
All of you, why would you not want to believe a woman when she says, hey, this guy is a violator? We got to stop this shit. Oh, Nikki and imaginary this, and oh, the Nepal with newborn babies out the womb. Let's start going after people who really tell the truth. Solar Mind said on the internet out of his own freaking mouth, swab boss. And he said, I said I was going to grape children, and y'all still gave him a pass. Chris Harris, are y'all that desperate to be in a debate league?
I'm going to say this. This is where all the charges come from. So the charges of indecent assault, the indecent assault charge would be me allegedly grinding on her, as what she said in the statement. And, you know, the grabbing of the buttocks would be the corruption of the minor. And so the false imprisonment will be, well, I really don't know what exactly the implications, because she said she ran out the house. So those would be the charges. In the preliminary hearing, she was questioned by the judge. And as she began to state her.
You still gave him a pass, Domo. You said you thought it was about exes. Why the fuck would it be about an ex? I was talking about a man who violated me, and I found out that he violated children, and y'all still gave him a pass.
Hey, Nepal.
Y'all all said in the chats laughing when he talked about my looks, changing my pictures blue.
Because I'm not going to show the other stuff. They seen all of that yesterday. So can you please make sure you did that? Under 18, no kids, all of that, please. Thank you.
Her case, as what was stated in this document, the judge began to ask her questions about the statements that she made. I think that the story began to fall apart when the judge asked her, well, if he grabbed your buttocks, if he grinded on you and you were running out the house, how did you get back in the house? So she said that she turned around.
Oh, she's just jealous of her because she's not with Solar and the other lady is. All of you are guilty.
And went back in the house. So the judge said, well, did you go past him? Did you turn around and go past him? She said, yes, I turned around and went past him. Then she asked him, the judge asked her, well, were you afraid of him? And first she said, yeah. And then he was like, well, why would you turn around and walk towards him if you were afraid of him?
I would like to know what kind of goddamn judge was this? Because why are you trying to grill a 14-year-old?
You don't want to move forward? You want to start talking about let's expose Sonnetter? And nobody changed that paperwork. For the 15,000th time, we said that somebody who gave us the paperwork wrote something on there, but he didn't change the paperwork. The paperwork was on point.
See, it's easy to scare them and get them. You know what I'm saying? This is a 14-year-old girl. Chat. This is crazy to me.
Michael Eugene Note Jr., born August 10th, 1983.
All right, thank you, sir. All right, so you are currently charged under case F21 14438 with several counts involving a minor victim.
Solar Mind's a predator. Solar Mind, if you can hear me, come out. Take yourself to the police office. I don't want to hear about you going to get help.
Easy.
And then, we turned to a back and forth. It was interrogating, and it was like, it was never the things that was being suggested by Nepal, or Rob and Sonnetter. They said that I pulled my penis out in front of a minor. They said that, I pulled my penis out in front of a minor. They said I was exposing myself in front of minors.
So you had another incident. So you had the indecent.
So now you see, we was telling the truth.
Take yourself down to the police station, show the video, and let them put your fucking ass in handcuffs and get your ass locked up. You could get help in jail.
Go ahead and go down that path you was going to go down. Go ahead, say this.
Your Honor, on this case, we do have DNA showing that the defendant's sperm was on the victim's clothing.
Your Honor, may I ask why any of this is appropriate considering no motion has been filed?
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't like being ambushed with all of this. This is
Nor do I, Your Honor. This is entirely inappropriate.
People use that explanation and that excuse for rapes.
We on Solomon, right? But we gonna be fair here. And I'm not trying to be messy, but we gonna be real. Judah has attacked my innocent 15-year-old child as well as lied on me. And you guys are riding with him. And that's a problem, in my opinion.
Okay, now, Queen Throne.
I'm not riding with him. He lied on me.
All right, Queen Throne. Judah Naz came out and apologized. Not to only me, but to Nepal, to everybody he offended. He did do that.
He did not apologize for what he did with me. He recently just threatened my life. He threatened to kill me, my children, whoever I'm screwing, you know, and all type of stuff. And I'm just saying, if we gonna start standing on stuff, then it got to start with Judah's comment.
Solar has earned more respect for me.
Because I'm not the only person that he has said very sick things about. Now, I get it. You guys are cool, but it's just very odd to me.
Solar has earned more respect for me.
You got a lot of them sucker niggas over there talking about me on your platform.
Come on your channel and talk about me, but that makes it okay for him to attack my innocent daughter?
No, hell no. And Nepal condemned that right away. Nepal condemned that.
That's absolutely what I'm talking about.
Little fucking
It's absolutely what I'm talking about.
Today,
we are not letting up off this situation.
So you tell me what's going on with your
She condemned it right away when he did that.
So again, I have compassion for the sister. I'm just saying, y'all aren't going to act like put this on Sonetter.
She said, no, I'm not with that.
Why do they have to cry so hard?
We need to click up and
the reason why the women
he
have
said
to
she
cry
still
so
willingly
hard
took
is
those
because
nasty
the
pictures
woman
and sent them to. I'm a grown woman. Number one, I sent them to him. I sent them to him after he begged me for them, and I was very much thought I was in love with him. I had just lost my father, and I wasn't in a relationship for 6 years. Now that's my background. I could have just been having fun and done it. It'd be the same thing. If I send pictures privately to a man, and he sends them to everybody, he sent them to Chris Harris.
What we find when we do the real research, not just the fiction.
All of dramatic ironies is that even while this was running,
need to see that men shouldn't get away with calling women whores, sending out their private naked pictures. I knew he was a freak, meaning I knew that he was always thinking about sex, since you want to know.
Sinful to people.
But I didn't know he was a child predator.
Came out
when I found out,
again.
This is the thing that made me leave him alone, y'all. He started sharing stories about him getting sex from women who were crying because he made them like, I keep telling you the story that really bothered me. He was working at a convenient, he would stack the glasses in the store, and a girl who worked at the store needed a ride home. He got her in his car, and then he kept offering her more and more money to give him fellatio until she kept saying, no, I can't do that. I don't do that. I think he said it got up to $800. The number is high. And it was so high, she said, I do need to pay my rent. So she decided to do it. And when he told me, this was the end of the shit after that. It was the beginning of the end. When he said she was crying during it, that's when I stopped fucking with him emotionally, and I found him to be a creep. Then when he told me that Bashir's sister was sleeping, and when she was sleeping in a position, he said she was pushing her booty out. So I went and started rubbing on it. This is when I start saying, something's wrong with this motherfucker. So don't tell me about me knowing he's a creep. I started to figure out that he's a creep. So anybody who was with him for years and years, she should have seen he was a creep, and she decided to protect him.
Right.
Don't fucking come at me, and don't come at Sunnetter. Let's move forward.
Okay, listen, Nepal, I gotta say this, y'all. And this is real talk. Nepal called me one day. I don't know if Nepal remember this. And she was somewhat like, you could hear her trembling in her voice, crying. And she was telling me everything. She let me know everything, man, before it even happened. She said, so-and-so got these pictures of me and he's threatening to expose them. See, I remember that. He's threatening to expose the pictures. And believe me, I was heated. I was hot. I was like, he got what? How the fuck? He got what? And she said, yeah, he's saying that if I get with you and come over there and be with you, he's going to expose him. He said, anybody but Sarnetta. Don't go over there. I don't care. Anybody. Is that somewhat correct, Nepal, or what?
Yes, he was. I was in another thing. Yes, he was. Yes.
Making threats to the father about what he's going to do.
He wouldn't have been able to get that past me. If I would have been in that chat when he said, I said some sexual things to her, to a 40, I would have stopped. What is
that's not what he said. Listen, just relax for a second. I'm going to give it right back to you. He's making threats to the father about what he's going to do to the little boy.
No, brother. That's not what he said, bro.
Okay, brother.
He said he said some crazy things to the children. He's saying that. He's telling y'all that I made some sexual threats to the children, which is crazy. He said I threatened to kill the son, and I said a whole bunch of other crazy stuff to the kids. Sexual things. He implied sexual. That's what he said. So once you say that, and then he say, the little girl said I grabbed her buttocks, and y'all just not, keep it a buck. All of y'all dismissed it when he said the little girl, 14 years old, said that that he grabbed her butt.
Let me chime in real quick.
Hold on, one quick minute. And then even Chris Harris, let me show y'all. Watch this. See, I don't like doing it, but I got to go back to it now because Chris Harris made a boo-boo. He came out and snitched on all of y'all. He said all of y'all knew this shit. That's what Chris Harris said. He said all of y'all knew about it. Right? Let me go to the video, and then I'm gonna bring you in, Domo. I'm putting it on everybody that went on that league after hearing Soleimani confessions. So yes, you damn right.
You heard our brother Suave over there. See, a side netter, and this is back to polite. Well, Suave, you affiliated. All right. So you know what it is because you were slinging mud. Taz was slinging mud. We supposed to be the upstanding folks, right? So Anon, I ain't hear you sling much mud. Yara, I didn't hear you sling. Orthodox didn't sling no mud.
Yara didn't sling no mud.
Yeah, he didn't sling no mud.
I was just saying the people that went back over there. Anon never. I ain't heard nothing negative from Anon. Nothing.
No. So if you didn't sling mud, your hands is clean. But if you was throwing it and it hit you on the arm now or in the chest,
that's why I give Anon a pass because he wasn't with all of that shit. He wasn't with that shit. But let me bring in Anonymous. You could go ahead and speak. Go ahead, brother.
I ain't got nothing to say, bro.
Okay, let me bring in Domo. Domo, you on the call, bro?
Yeah. Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
All right, so I'm gonna start it out like this because I did publicly defend the nigga. I did. So I'm gonna start it out by saying that fuck that nigga. That shit is disgusting.
Yes, man. I like that.
That nigga should be shunned. You feel me? Like, because like, so I know you was talking shit. It was like, oh, y'all sound like y'all. Yeah, because like we was really trying to build some shit. So like, yeah, what you hear is not only are niggas disgusted, niggas is disheartened. Because like, bro, I like that. Cause the only reason I got on YouTube was to do the debate shit. I wasn't trying to do all the build my own person. Nah, I was like, this debate shit kind of dope. Like, let's build this shit up. So what you heard was niggas that was like, damn, we fucked with you, bro. And like you, with the type of, you know what I'm saying, shit you had on you, you allowed real niggas to be around you like that, nigga. Like y'all like niggas know my name. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have no moniker. You feel me? Like you niggas see my face, niggas know who I am. I can't play with shit like that at all. And cuz knew that, because as much as you saying like, oh yeah, y'all knew, no. First of all, watch that video back. Damo is not on that quote unquote interrogation video. Because I say it straight up, I can't have my brand attached to, you know what I'm saying, having a conversation with a nigga like on some shit like this. Like, nah, nigga, if we talk about this debate shit offline, nigga, I'm gonna press you about this offline. This ain't for the show. This ain't for the stream. Like, this real life. So you gotta let me know what's up. And just like when Yara came back, when Anonymous came back and was like, nah, shit kind of square, that's the only reason niggas still fuck with her. When Anonymous came back and was like, shit square, that's when it was like, okay, cool. You feel me? Because I'm hearing what you're saying. Niggas need something to back this shit up. And so, yes, the nigga admitted to saying, the nigga clearly said that he wouldn't say what he said to them. Because niggas talking about, oh, y'all ain't pressed him. Like, no, niggas pressed him. The nigga would not say what he said to me. But at the end of the day, when the story is wrapped around a conversation about your sister, your brother being abused, you know what I'm saying, and you pulling up on him, so you trying to go at him as the worst ways possible, it's like, okay, plausible. It's like, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I was getting head in the library. It's like, okay, that's, yeah, plausible. You know what I mean? On the flip side, and if we keep it in the stack, a part of it was the whole calling niggas out, exposing niggas' streams, nigga. Because I'll admit, we had niggas on our side that was actively making videos about the polite shit and all that other shit. But niggas like myself, niggas like Anonymous, we wasn't on that. We was not making videos about polite. Nigga, we didn't give a fuck about polite.
I don't.
Go ahead and say what. Go ahead and go down that path you was gonna go down. Go ahead and say that shit.
Your Honor, on this case, we do have DNA showing that the defendant's sperm was on the victim's clothing.
Your Honor, may I ask why any of this is appropriate, considering no motion has been filed?
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't like being ambushed with all of this. This is
nor do I, Your Honor. This is entirely inappropriate.
People use that explanation and that excuse for rapes.
We had niggas we was cool with that was doing that. I will admit that. But when niggas is like, well, shit, that's y'all side. So we coming at all you niggas. It's like, well, shit, if y'all ain't fucking with
When
us, we ain't
asked
fucking
about
with y'all.
this,
It is what it is.
He said, I don't care
Everybody, we ain't gotta,
what
we all gotta be
Brother
friends.
Polite
Niggas stay on their
does
platforms, they do
with
what the fuck
his
they do.
sperm or
That's
with
what
his
that shit
dick.
was. But niggas can say
They want us to
right.
believe that DNA is supposed to be used to trace us back
We sided with the wrong nigga.
1,000 years.
Go ahead and say what. Go ahead and go
But
down
that
path
we
you was gonna
shouldn't include the DNA in
Your
court
Honor, on this
cases.
case, we do have DNA showing that the defendant's sperm was on the victim's clothing.
Your Honor, may I ask why any of this is
Napa, I sincerely apologize for not believing you.
They're having a conversation from the lens of,
just
oh, the
wrapped up
black
in how
woman
niggas
wanted it,
move on
and
YouTube.
we're the ones pushing
Not
back
gonna
and
lie.
saying rape is rape, but you
To
put me on a
I'm like,
platform like I'm the nigga that's
I've
bad.
seen y'all niggas hate each other, love each other, hate each other, love each other. One day you a pedophile, the next day you the OG. Who the fuck knows with y'all YouTube beefs?
He said she still willingly took those nasty pictures and sent them to. I'm a grown woman. Number one, I sent them to him. After he begged me for them, and I was very much thought I was in love with him.
So I can't listen to, cause like you gotta think about it, Si. If I'm going based off of what niggas is saying about a nigga that I know, that'll mean like shit. Just like motherfuckers out with Judah Natsir calling this platform the pedo platform. And he right back over here.
After hearing Soleiman testimony, this nigga jumps his big head, doofy stink ass up there and say Soleiman earned more respect. He earned more respect from him. What? He said he talked sexual to 14-year-olds and 12-year-olds. He said he pulled his penis out in a library. He said the security guard walked up on him with his penis out. The little 14-year-old girl said he walked by her and groped her buttocks. You bitch ass niggas ain't getting off the hook now, nigga. You could try to distance yourself now because you know that heat is burning your ass. You know it because I got the video. If I wouldn't have showed that and I was just talking about it, y'all would have been doing the same thing.
That's real life,
That
bro.
shit hops back and forth, bro. I've seen this shit. So all of that shit was entertainment. Y'all niggas that's what that was to me. But now a nigga was caught red-handed. A nigga was caught red-handed on video by a brave 17-year-old girl. There ain't no discussion.
Did y'all hear this nigga? Wow. Yo, don't let these niggas talk shit about your brother, man. Because all you got to do is ask him, where's your proof? Where's your receipts? Where's the Nikki shit at? Show us where Sarnetta was with a goddamn girl, 37 years old, and Nikki was only 17 or 15. Show it. Where's the receipts? Where's that?
I called the mans. I was like, yo, Sarnetta and them going in on you. They got this video you doing, they saying this is you doing some perverted shit.
Y'all ain't got none.
Holla at me, bro. What the fuck is what is this?
Because it's not real.
My nigga said that's me.
That's the accusation I heard.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
So what did I hear? So what I hear?
You said you heard Brother Moses apologize.
So what I hear, nigga, if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong, nigga. I ain't that.
Right, nigga. Hey, put some respect on that shit. Like a man. You heard that nigga say that shit. Don't make me rewind that shit. Brother Moses apologized like a man. Yeah, nigga. It might be 95% of the motherfucking men who think they men don't even know how to do that shit, nigga. That's what be wrong with these niggas.
Faggots. Around them coochie pictures. Y'all know what y'all was doing, you fucking faggots.
Slow down, bro. Do you realize that ain't even the accusation?
That's the accusation I heard.
It didn't even have to be real. Not even when he was saying
So what did I hear?
shit.
So what I was doing.
Hey, don't you put no bullshit like that on me. I ain't seen no pictures of nobody, you liar. Hey, don't you put no bullshit like that on me. I ain't seen no pictures of nobody, you liar.
See, that shit horrible. I get drowned out, nigga, all 4 or 5 mics.
Same nigga let that bitch ass nigga cuss you out. You still popping up on this channel like you talking that tough shit, nigga. You don't shut the fuck up.
That's hella funny. That is hella funny. The backwards way of thinking, if a motherfucker start talking shit to me thinking that they can't cuss me out, that's exactly where I'm popping up. That is exactly where the fuck I'm gonna pop up. If I actually thought that the nigga really had a problem, that's exactly where I would be. Him,
Shut the fuck up.
You'll
shut the fuck up. You a clown ass nigga. You apologize to a woman like a man. And you
these niggas be weird as fuck. Like, weird as fuck is not how you can leave that statement though. You apologized to a woman like a man.
Oh, nigga, you apologize, bruh. You gave dumbass niggas like this the belief that's why the stupid ass niggas just said that shit. Now said that.
If it was possible for me to empower a dumbass nigga, please believe it would not be to empower a nigga on whether or not it's okay to pass around fucking pornographic images. My answer would still be no. If I had any ability to empower motherfucker, wouldn't the real power be the motherfucker who can show these motherfuckers a sex doll and these motherfuckers are so glued in that they change their sexual mating and dating preferences? Ain't that the nigga with power? That's what be wrong with these niggas. 95% don't know how to even do that, nigga. And that's why, nigga, the divorce rate of the black man and the abortion rate of the seed of the black man are so motherfucking high, nigga. Nigga, you can't reflect that shit back on me, nigga. I have no strength in this argument. Hold on, let me see. Is that why a nigga has to be violent in order to get submission, or that they gotta follow a nigga whose motherfucking mantra? Nigga, I told y'all niggas stop fucking playing with me. Nigga, he tried to tell y'all don't fucking play with me. But since you motherfuckers want to keep playing with me, y'all want a fucking public statement here. Take this one. Take that public statement, yeah, bitch. You know why they never get below the surface? Because they're not taught to look there. So I feel obligated to help a motherfucker out every once in a while. I know niggas be struggling, but we could only give them the math. They got to write out the problem for themselves, though. Take that public statement. That motherfucker still got skin on his bones. He's still in that motherfucking freezer, if you ask me. I don't give a fuck if you say, oh, well, he's already dead. Let the dead die. No, nigga. As long as this motherfucker's idea is living and niggas like Johnny Boy, man, fuck that. I know niggas got work left to do. I'm fucking ready, nigga. How many of them is it, nigga? At least, nigga. If you don't get 500 fucking signatures, man, I can't respect you, niggas. And I am not trying to sit here and do the work myself, calling out all these weird ass niggas. It take too long to edit these videos. That motherfucking stream was over 4 hours long, and it's worth it just for that one clip.
My nigga said that's me. My nigga said that's me. My nigga said that's me.
First of all, nigga, my roast video got a 10,000 views, nigga, to hear a motherfucker talk shit. And I know I'm right, so what the fuck that make this nigga Johnny Boy? Nigga, y'all got 225 people who signed y'all little bitch ass petition. 225.
Passing around them coochie pictures. Y'all know what y'all was doing, you fucking faggots.
Slow down, bro. And then he says, y'all know what y'all was doing, you fucking. That one clip can now be shared on TikTok. And then on for a married man, the insult is that I'm not respecting the institution of marriage. What we want, nigga, is the infomercial where we're actually telling TikTok we don't want niggas like this having access.
Michael Eugene Note Jr., born August 10th, 1983.
And that argument is only being presented because they don't have many black husbands to talk shit to on TikTok. That's what we want. The shit talk to a black husband is
you,
nigga,
sir.
she gonna leave you, she gonna cheat, nigga, them ain't your kids.
21-144-14438.
TikTok keep trying to make it seem like it's our problem as fathers if our children are on social media.
With several counts involving a minor victim.
The shit talk to a married black man, and they say, well, we give you parental rights.
And the minor victim is identified as T like Thomas, S like Sam. Do you know who that is?
Yes.
Nigga, you might give me parental rights, but you don't give me the parental rights that I need to be able to protect my child. And we know that to be true because even Mark Zuckerberg is being called to task by the United States Senate for how he cannot regulate hate speech. And then when he is made aware of hate speech by his moderators.
Drugs. So the mother noticed this. The victim and a severe swelling on the victim's mouth and lip area. Okay. The defendant, Noack, told, the mother not to call the police because if she did, it would ruin his career.
They still cannot do anything to interrupt or disrupt the plans of those people who are disseminating that hate speech.
It says here that against his wishes, the mother transported the victim to the hospital where she disclosed the sexual battery.
So in real time, the disseminators of the information that is real life or death information.
Sir, you are ordered that you can have no contact with TS. And when I say no contact, that means no direct contact or indirect contact. Indirect contact includes you cannot communicate with this individual via social media. You cannot call.
Man, y'all better leave me alone. I told you I don't like you. So let me get this straight, little nigga. Let me help me understand your perspective.
I ain't seen no pictures of nobody, you liar.
I told you, bro. No, nigga, you apologize, bro.
I told you I don't like you, nigga. Your most quotable moment is from a nigga who believes in the same type of degradation or dehumanization or mechanization of the black woman. It's just a machine. It's just a routine service that has to be done. It's not a woman. It's a service, nigga, like a oil change.
You gave dumbass niggas like this the belief that's why the stupid ass nigga just said that shit.
I think I'm fucking playing, nigga. I leave this nigga alone, nigga. If I can have a whole day on social media where I don't see or hear nothing about this nigga right here, then I'll leave this nigga alone and tell you what I think about a nigga named Taz. Until then, nigga, fuck a nigga named Taz, nigga. Nigga, what, nigga? Now I'm finna start roasting and cooking and talking some real shit, nigga.
Y'all know y'all was doing it, and that's why that bitch ass nigga twin man up here about to cry right now. I wasn't even talking to your whole ass.
Right, what are you talking about?
Nigga, you always out here sounding like you about to cry. Nigga, shut the fuck up. If you can't handle the heat, nigga, get out the kitchen, bitch.
What are you talking about, bro?
Make that nigga talk some shit, nigga. Make him pop out, nigga. Petition details, change.org. Men deserve financial abortion. Our seed, our choice. 2 years ago. And if you ask this nigga, Rashid Davis, his reason for signing up 1 year later, this is what Rashid Davis has to say to you. I'll give you a moment to read it.
Y'all was passing around them pictures. Y'all know what y'all was doing.
You're lying.
Y'all was around there passing around.
Y'all know I'm just being petty as fuck. You don't need no moment to read that shit. I just wanted you to be able to look at that nigga and say, God damn, Rashid, what the fuck, nigga?
Pictures. Y'all know what y'all was doing. You
Slow down, bro. Do you realize that ain't even the accusation?
That's the accusation I heard.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
So what did I hear?
Nigga, all you was supposed to do, nigga, was look at Rashid and say, God damn, Rashid.
So I was doing it, and that's why that bitch ass nigga twin man up here about to cry right now. I wasn't even talking to your whole ass.
Right, what are you talking about?
Nigga, you always out here sounding like you about to cry. Nigga, shut the fuck up. If you can't handle the heat, nigga, get out the kitchen, bitch.
What are you talking about, bro?
We don't give a fuck what rights they're trying to petition for. These little dumbass niggas, nigga, hold on, nigga.
You're lying.
Nigga, these little dumbass, y'all think this shit go the other way. Hold on. Yeah. I told y'all stop fucking playing with me. I don't like these niggas. How about now?
Right, you're lying.
Nah, but what dude is saying, anybody who thought that he was saying something when he was like, y'all saw some picture, not only is he lying, but the actual statement that he's making is like that's just not even average at best when it comes to how dog these motherfuckers be.
He could eat a dick, bitch. They knew better. They fucking each other's man, bitch. Why you don't post it that way? Fuck you, hoe. Die. Somebody knew better. Fuck out of here. Some bitch with that pussy ain't got no brain. Is that it? I gotta take responsibility for their pussy.
Okay, and then the lecturers that was black were getting paid, the promoter was the Sarnetta was black was getting paid, and we would demonstrate something in the community.
But polite, right now, they don't care about none of that.
That shit is common. That shit is almost like.
Is that it? Fuck you, hoe. I gotta take responsibility for their pussy. Telling me I gotta take responsibility for what Nicole does with her pussy.
Right now it's getting to the point where we can do all of this history and all of these lessons on nearly every African American in America, Caribbean, Africa. It don't fucking matter. Any nigga that looked like they could be a nigga, Indian, any era. Nigga, they need the clips. Nigga, that's all they need is the clips, nigga. We got to make this shit palatable for these little niggas to understand. It got to be one person, one idea. One person, one idea, nigga. We can't give these niggas too much no more. Like on this one right here.
My nigga said that's me.
This is the interview clips, right? Of the people who were alive while anyway, that nigga Amy should have been posthumous, nigga, doctor, every fucking college, nigga. Nigga, check Spelman, see if they got that shit done yet. Now, Marcus Garvey, look for me in the whirlwind, is one of the reasons why these niggas ain't advancing. Because they can't get past the surface.
And what her daughter does with her pussy is violent.
Wow. Damn.
If out of here.
That's crazy.
Hold on.
Wow, for me, once I feel like I got it figured out, I'll be like, yeah, nigga, that's about as much as I need to hear on this shit. Johnny is now on that. That's about as much as I need to hear from that nigga list, nigga.
A mother and a daughter for that, and you knew the daughter from she was 10 years old. There's also a clip, another clip.
I fucked other mother daughters. You don't see them saying no shit like this all over the internet. You don't see them.
Him, the other nigga, what was his name? Pigtails.
Passing around them coochie pictures. Y'all know what y'all was doing, you fucking faggots.
Slow down, bro. Trying to destroy my name. Because you know why? Because they wasn't trying to be stars.
It's also a
these bitches are still trying to be stars. That's what y'all don't realize.
It's shocking to just say.
She's mad because I stopped putting her in my music videos. The few music videos I did do with her, I started taking them down. And then they saw me get married to somebody who the fuck.
He slept with other mothers and
daughters. Yes.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Yes, he did. This is the problem now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, y'all see it. That's like a good little timestamp right there. Y'all see they was really reaching with this one. You know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, he ain't gonna let you get that shit off, bro.
Suge said some of the lane. I'm in my own lane.
Right, but Suge said some of the worst things about my daughter.
That's between you said stuff about him too. Son.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. That's only in response to him.
No, I watched this play out. Sa, come on now. If we
all right, watch
real,
this.
You gotta start being real.
All right, watch this. How did me and Suge so-called beef started? How?
Why don't you invite him up here? Y'all can talk it out.
Yeah, you should bring him in.
I could do a video on it because it's gonna take time.
No. I want to ask you, how did our so-called beef started? Me and Suge. I can tell you. And Suge, I know. He knows. I'm gonna tell you.
Where?
No. I want to see what you got to say.
I'm aware of what it is. I'm aware of what it is. But that you're defeating the whole point. You just brought in something about you and somebody else. And I'm talking to you about this man that in 2025 has attacked my innocent child. I get it. You guys don't care, that he throws around this predator word. I do. I don't just throw it around.
We care.
We all care about that. And we need to talk about that. Like all of us. That shit is gotta stop.
Let you get it off. I remember why, and I know why, but the niggas didn't listen to me the first time I said it, so fuck them niggas. But these niggas think the United States Senate,
especially with people like Solar that have clearly been exposed. I agree. We need to stop doing that.
I'm sorry, Nepal.
Should hear them and decide on whether or not men deserve financial abortion. See, they signed, this is their petition, nigga.
Judah said, you're not going to play with me and my family. First of all, Judah came up here and thought he was doxing off of your information, thought he was doxing me, and ended up doxing that fake name that y'all run with.
It's one thing to be able to connect the dots and say, oh, these are Kevin Samuels supporters. This is what they actually believe. Nigga, hold on. Y'all ain't even fucking ready, nigga.
Right? So in return, I brought up his real family. I definitely did, because he was talking about my daughter's hymen. And he's going to call CPS and see if my daughter's hymen is attacked, and he was going to have me swatted. So do you know what that is?
How many of them is it, nigga? At least, nigga.
Yes, but Judah ain't gonna do none of that. Judah just
I don't
talking.
care, but it's not
like
okay.
we all be going in and talking, man. That's
But
all.
it's not okay.
Well, let me
Just
let
like
Judah
when-
defend it. Go ahead.
If you don't get 500 fucking signatures, man, I can't respect you, niggas.
Well, let me let Judah defend it. Go ahead, Judah. You can speak to him.
Okay, but try to keep it to where we can actually have a dialogue. Go ahead, Judah.
You put my mother up, you're gonna pay the price.
You shouldn't have tried to dox me first.
A clown ass nigga. You apologize to a woman like a man, and you let this nigga clown you on a motherfucking show.
I put your mother up, and I put your
All right,
sister
y'all.
up.
Come on, we gotta let's try to bring it to a let's have a good closing. Let me bring in the E-Man. E-Man, brother La.
Shut the fuck up, nigga.
Cuss the nigga out and apologize to a woman.
You ain't cussing nobody out, nigga. You was about to cry on that show when you was apologizing to that bitch.
E-Man, brother La.
Hey. See, that's another reason why I don't even want to play this whack ass shit. This nigga ran, like somebody said, with all the fucking troll shit. Not only is he good with all the troll shit, he really believes it. He really believes it, it sounds like. But I gotta let y'all hear it just so you can know where the nigga at. There you go. Hey, little bit.
Shut the fuck up, nigga.
Whoa.
Don't put that on that married man. He ain't never looked at no woman. Do not lie on Brother Moses.
Hey, bro, y'all gotta hold on a second, bro. You got to hold on, bro. We gotta get some clarity here. Hey, bro, what pussy was being looked at, bro? What are you talking about?
E-Man, brother La, do you got anything you can say that can bridge this gap a little bit closer?
Y'all rapey ass niggas was passing around coochie pictures. That's what the lady said when he apologized.
Anybody who thought that he was saying something when he was like, y'all saw some picture, not only is he lying, but the actual statement that he's making is like that's just not even average at best when it comes to how dog these motherfuckers be.
Rapey ass niggas was passing around coochie pictures.
Sometimes you're on a panel, you don't even hear this shit.
Rapey ass niggas was passing around coochie pictures. That's what the lady said when he apologized.
Being looked at, bro. What are you talking about?
Y'all rapey ass niggas
Sometimes
was passing
you're on a
around
panel,
coochie
you can't
pictures.
even hear this shit.
Being looked at, bro. What are you talking about?
Y'all rapey ass niggas was passing around coochie pictures. That's what the lady said when he apologized.
Yo,
you now.
I don't know why nobody. I'm glad I told my daughter this. I'm glad I talked to my wife about this. I told my sister this too. This is not a game. This is the reality. If you're walking around looking like that, there's going to be an assumption that you're going tonight, right now.
My issue, Judge, is that there's no stay away order on the case yet. That's why, Your Honor, asked the defendant to be present. I also am very concerned that the defendant has been essentially terrorizing the victim. I mean, the victim's 14 years old.
Let me kick the bitch nigga off again. You no table bang. You see what I was talking about now, brother Moses?
Been advocating against this shit for years. Fuck what Sonetta and his people have to say, saying I'm a fraud because I used to deal with Shaka and all that shit. My story has been consistent. I don't drop receipts. I've shown that as soon as I found out that the HOK was affiliated with all this bullshit, I stepped away. So I don't know who you talking about, Linda. You must be talking about Sonetta's people like Chris Harris. People who all of a sudden acting like they care about the case. But I stood behind that baby story 100% as soon as it was announced.
See, right there was just like,
yo, you now. Let me kick the bitch nigga off again. You no table bang. You see what I was talking about now, brother Moses?
See, hold on. See, this is where y'all think he got one. Nah, nigga, don't bruh me, nigga. Nigga, don't you nah, bro. That's nigga. Hold on, nigga. This your motherfucking whole point, nigga. Right there was just like
And there's been a lot of
since the arrest.
Since the arrest, Judge, he's been very communicative on. He's been very vocal on social media. There's been videos of the victim drugged by this defendant leaked online.
Nah, bro, I told you.
Nigga, you gotta tell me.
Yo, you now.
So, but you do realize in rape culture that is. Let me finish.
Let me ask you a question. Why do women call hookaboos?
Let her grab herself, bro. Let her disrespect me, bro, with this shit. Go ahead and say that shit.
Nigga,
let me kick the bitch nigga off again. You no table bang. You see what I was talking about now, brother Moses?
I could tell y'all what he doing, but I'm gonna say that for another one, man. Hey, you see how he try to switch it up right here, though? Jesus Christ. Validate your opinion of Marcus Garvey, and they say it's fucked up that you, out of all people, black man, brother, are dragging Marcus Garvey because this people's interaction with what you say about Garvey may be their only education that they ever receive about Marcus Garvey. And here you are slandering the name Marcus Garvey. That was a table bang moment.
With Kelsey, he was 100% incriminating himself because you can't sit there and what was this dude's name? Sanuti?
Sonetter.
This is the dude who the allegations are about. And so the whole time I was thinking while I was making the content, do you put polite on there since that's who Sonetta or Sa Snake is actually talking about? And that's who the captain brought out and who Whack 100 was like, nah, Sonetta, you still not listening. When it comes to the victims aren't on trial, nigga. How are you still saying you don't believe it because you don't believe the victims when the victims were never even on trial in the first place?
Yeah. You can't sit there and record someone saying, you saw the video. Did it look like I was molesting her? If you saw the video, that means that you're making yourself capable. You're implicating yourself in watching child pornography.
And I would also argue that I didn't make polite the coin image of pedophilia for the black man. I would also argue that he did that to himself. And on the debate, it sounds like they were bringing up the same arguments that he would have used against Kemet. I mean, against the Hebrew Israelites, which is DNA.
You just implicated yourself right there.
Exactly.
So a lot of the times, Shaka was real weird. So a lot of the times when he was still having sex with me at 16 and 17,
he would never recognize that it's because his own man worship that he doesn't believe the victims, even though the victims were kids.
And I moved out of my mom's place there with him. He would look at porn a lot while having sex with me still. And the porn he would always, he likes child pornography. I remember he would show me the porn that he likes.
And so if I try to make the juxtaposition with Zion Carr, the nephew, who was 8 at the time, who then turned 11 and had to stand trial at 11 because he was the one in his underwear and the white man on trial, and now the 11-year-old's under oath, and the white man sounding creepy as a motherfucker on there like, what were you wearing? What were you wearing?
So he'd be like, oh, you know, he would just kind of, back in the day, girls used to twerk on YouTube, and he used to kind of look at that like,
Yeah.
What were you wearing? And that little boy don't got no motherfucking advocate on there to say, I object. What are you wearing? Why is it important for this dude to paint the image of what this little baby was wearing the night his auntie was killed?
started becoming physically abusive. And I think what was happening there, the dynamic was changing. I think he wanted me out of the way, out of the condo. His little sister, Anita, would be with her daughter. So it was Anita and her daughter. So same how I grew up, his little sister and her daughter. So Anita and her daughter would just be, they were a family. It was a mother-daughter, but he would be almost kind of looking out for them and protective over them. And they'd move in, and then eventually they'd have an apartment across the hall. It was just really strange. I just thought that was really strange, how you can be a predator here where it was just me and my mom, but you can be protective over your little sister and your niece. So, I don't know.
And he was playing the game on her bed. Well, that would be the same reason why Brandon Tatum thought it was important to talk about the entanglement of the dead body.
He was physically abusive to my mother too when they were together. Shaka told me he shook the shit out of my mom and she like shat herself. Like he shook the shit out of her and he told me she shit on herself.
Yeah, I can answer the tough questions about anybody that was around me. That's the bad part. You know what I'm saying? A person come around and you have to deal with it like it's your fault.
Sonetta out of his own mouth in season 1, we saw that plot twist season 1. Sonetta out of his own mouth was the one who said he's joining O'Shea Duke Jackson and Obsidian Mamiya and the Manosphere. God damn it. Those were his words. That was the same time people were just asking him about this Brother Polite update. And he got offended because he was the character witness that introduced Brother Polite to the House of Consciousness or to a global platform for debate. And once the money got funny, which is where side A comes in, that's where he's like, yeah, well, we're not going to talk about that. And no, they want to get back to the money. They never stopped actually making money. That wasn't the case. Can you make money off of the destruction of Black bodies?
For what the things that he could do for her. So but anyway, I guess he took my mom and I out for like drinks and I blacked out, but I woke up naked in my own vomit in my mom's condo with my jaw broken, my lip busted, and my eye black. And
because I'm not the one who put this man's face as the face of pedophilia. That's not what I did when I said pediolite.
My whole face was just swollen. And I was just naked in my own vomit, which was dry.
When I said pediolite, I wasn't putting his face on as the coining a phrase for pedophilia. That's not what I was doing.
I woke up to my mom and her best friend, Kim, and Kim told me not to go to the police. She's looking out for her best friend. I said, whatever. I got dressed, put my clothes on, and then I went to the hospital. When I got to the hospital, they told me, do you want to press charges and would you like a rape kit done?
Not even a word, as you see.
I said, I don't know. I don't think I want to press charges. I don't want to put my mom in prison or whatever. And I don't know if I need a rape kit or not. I don't know. So after that, I wanted to hear my mom, what happened. So my mom told me what happened. She told me she beat my ass and I was drunk and it had, I don't know what it was. I think it had something along the lines of, I think you were fucking my man.
There's your update. Just to make sure people have all the relevant information so they don't say, well, no, you were just putting out false information. That's not true. That's not true. This interview is about the victim.
And I understand if you don't agree. Not everybody is going to look at Sonetta as being at fault. Maybe it's just the fact that
the interview would unwind with Tasha K.
Distance between him and
but
the people
Polite had the interview there.
But I'm not willing to close that
or
gap
an exclusive update.
There's too many
from
instances
Tasha K.
and examples. And
but I do want you to know that that's where you can access it. That's 303,000 views.
He's not
physically see that on the screen?
involved in
make
any
sure
of
I'm
it.
off the screen.
But
and
I ain't
maybe
giving
that
him
would make
passes.
sure.
He's too attached to it. He's too close to the problem.
Like, okay, maybe this is a stepdad. Okay, no, I don't know. I think my mom is seeing other people. Maybe he's like my babysitter. So I just kind of like, I guess.